Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I'm going to present you this lens, the Meike 12mm F2. I tried it on Micro Four Third, but it exists for other mount, APSC mount, so we're gonna speak about it. Okay, so let's start. At the end of the video, I'll put you all the pictures I've made. Some I will show during the video, but I put the whole lot at the end anyway, okay? So here's a lens. You get a cap. This is a plastic cap. That works fine, okay? You can use it with or without the sun hood. The sun hood is included. This is a metal sun hood. You actually screw it on like this. I'm not fan of screw-on sun hood because sometimes it's not perfect, but this one, yeah, it falls exactly at the right place. This is a tulip shape, okay, to avoid vignetting in the corner. Okay, so let's place it here. Yep, okay, and yeah, it falls perfect at the right place. Here you have the focusing ring. It is a fully manual lens, so that's why you have manual focus. It goes from 20 centimeter minimum focusing distance to infinity. And here you have the aperture ring that goes from f2 to f16. This is no click. You don't have any click on the ring. Honestly, I prefer with clicks for photography. I know that videographers prefer without click because sometimes they want to play with the aperture smoothly in a fluid way. But I prefer with click, but still, I think the good point is that it's not too loose, so you will not accidentally change the aperture, okay? And it's soft enough or smooth enough, so someone who wants to play with the aperture ring while recording video can do it. So that's not bad, okay? But I think all these brands that lately are offering non-click aperture ring, they should offer both options. Maybe you have to pay an extra for the clicks, but I think would be good because many photographers really want to have clicks, okay? But okay, this is what it is, okay? So now I'm going to tell you more technical details and my opinion about this lens. Honestly, the build is fantastic. The first impression you will have when you open the box, it is quality, okay? And then when you use it, you probably have the same or even better impression, okay? So let's carry on. I don't know if you have done it yet, but if not, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really motivates me to see the amount of subscribers that goes up, okay? And there's a small button here to do so, and also a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. Thank you very much. Let's carry on. So, as I said at the beginning, it exists in several mounts. I tried it in Micro Four Third with my OM system OM1, but it exists also for Fujifilm X and also for Sony E, so APS-C, okay? So you could perfectly use it. I think they have some more mounts, but I'm not sure. So I'll leave you links in the description where you can buy it and you have all the info. If there is Nikon Z, maybe, I'm not sure, and Canon M, maybe, I'm not sure, I can't remember, sorry, okay? So, most of the specs, you've seen them when I showed the lens. So I recall f2 to f16, no clicks, fully manual. By the way, when you use a manual lens, all these lenses are thought for mirrorless, so I recommend you activate the focus peaking. Also, sometimes you have the magnifying help, so it really helps to focus properly in manual mode. So you have this small dot that lights that gets on, okay, and then you see precisely where you are focusing. So when you use a manual lens, if you use focus picking, it's really easy, honestly. So check your camera manual and use a manual, and then you see how to activate it, okay? That really helps. It's 100% metal, really nice build, and the minimum focusing distance of 20 centimeters I think is fantastic, because sometimes you want to get really close to a subject to do like some proxy photography, or because you want this object as a main subject and then or person, and then you want the background to be blurred, okay? So to be out of focus. So that's really good that you can do that, to get that close. That really helps. The filter thread size diameter is 62mm, which is really standard. I've got several Olympus lenses and other brands also that have 62mm, so if you need filter, you probably have some already, or I do anyway. And the weight is 277 grams. That's not very light, that's not very heavy. I think this is a perfect combination with a small Micro Four Third camera or APS-C. For example, if we look at Lumix, G80 or 90 or GX880 or GX9, this kind of camera, or Olympus, the OM5, well, the Series 5, I would say, Series 10, and then in OM system, the OM5, for example, that's a nice combination. That's really nice. Actually, the only 12mm I've tested before, tried, more than tested, tried, is when I reviewed the K&F camera. The friend who lent it to me, hi David, had the 12mm 2.0 by Olympus. It is autofocus, but it's about 4 times the price of this one, okay? By the way, when I speak about APS-C and Micro Four Thirds, the equivalent of this lens on Micro Four Thirds would be like, the equivalent full frame would be 24mm, and on APS-C the equivalent will be 18mm. So I think this lens is really thought for street photography, reportage, travel photography, landscape, so that's okay. In APS-C is more than a wide angle, it's getting into the ultra wide angle, and if we look at Micro Four Thirds, it is 24mm is a wide angle, just before getting into super wide angle, okay? So yeah, it gives you an idea of what you can do with this. If we speak about the optical part, 9 groups, 12 elements, 2 of them are aspherical, and yeah, the image quality is good. You see that it does correct some things, but I didn't see without correction, but the results are there, so I think that's nice. And if we speak about image quality, I would say, well, at f2, that's not the sharpest lens on the border anyway, but when you use f2, really it's because you want to have shallow depth of field, probably. If you lack of light, anyway, you will compose according to the depth of field. So anyway, even if it's not that sharp in the border, you're likely to have your subject in the center or in 1/3, and then to have this part against the blood part, so the autofocus part. So anyway, you will not see that it's not that sharp, so it's not much of a problem in my opinion. And if you wanted to do a landscape, you would probably not do it at f2, but probably at f8 or 5.6, something like this. So not much of a problem for me, okay? One thing is the theory, which is true, that the border are not that sharp at f2, and another thing is the real life, how you use a lens, okay? If we speak at f4, I think it's a lot better. From border to border, it's a lot better, and 5.6 I think is perfect, okay? At f11, I do notice some diffraction. There is no vignetting, not much vignetting, a bit at f2, but then after it gets solved, I think it's okay, no problem. And if we speak about flare, yes, there is some flare at f2, f4, and then it's better, okay? Use the sunshade for sure, that helps, okay? But if we look overall, I think the image quality is really good. I was surprised. For that price range, I think you get a great result. I love, didn't affect the colors. I think the way it looks, yeah, I loved it. I loved it. And I'm not a fan of really wide angle, but 24 is fine, okay? And I was surprised that I would get this result for that price tag. So I think for people who want to have a small combo, like on Alpha 6000 series by Sony, or Fujifilm, the EX series, or on XS10, that's great. Or Olympus, as I said before, the 5 series, or the 10 series, or OM5, or Lumix, yeah, the small one, the G80, G90, GX series. Yeah, this is the perfect combo. So you would have a reasonable price, reasonable cost, and a great result for what you get. So if for you focusing in a manual mode is not a problem, which I think is not much of a problem, but depends on each person, this is the lens to go for. You save a lot of money, and the results are good, okay? So completely recommendable. If you're interested, I'll leave you a link in the description on where you can buy it. So thank you so much, Meike, for sending me the lens. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified when I upload a new video. My website, Gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I'll also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, and Flashes by Westcott, and also a link to my and more affiliated link, Meike also, and also leave you a link of my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.